Thank you, Warsaw, for inviting me. It's my second time on the stage. The first time was on December last year, so I'm very happy to be here again. I brought a good friend of mine now with me. It's Igor. Maybe you can talk some sentence about you.
Thanks a lot for the introduction. Hey everyone, I'm Igor. It's an American man, or Igor in Russian one. I'm from Odessa. I'm from VoltGo company, and we're going to partner up with Markus to bring some new ideas and new business in the electric vehicles industry. So Markus, go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm Markus from echarge. We run our ICO for charging station infrastructure, and maybe we have the first video now playing, if that's possible.
The world is moving faster than we think. What is vital for our future? The environment we live in. Ecology, free from gasoline. Quiet, safe, significantly better. Started as exclusive, entering the mainstream now. Future is impossible without electric cars. But one thing is still missing. There are not enough places to recharge. To overcome these obstacles, we offer a dense network of supercharger stations where drivers can refill their batteries in the time it takes to drink a cup of coffee. Get instant access to statistics through an application. Find a number of clients, financial operations, and amount of power consumption. Transparent and safe data access makes this business model easy and fast scalable. VoltGo, we make the automotive future closer.
So I guess there is no doubt that we are coming to electric vehicles future, maybe in the next couple of years, maybe in several years, but there is no doubt that it's our future actually. There are a lot of reasons for that. One of the most important ones is that there are a lot of ecological threats from the side of the usual combustion engines. There is a lack of resources to produce fuel to satisfy all the vehicles. So electric vehicles are our future. All car manufacturers, we think that the 2020th year or something like that will be the deal breaker. Markus, could you please switch the slide? So all the car manufacturers will release their fully electric models by the 2020 or something like that. So we have only a couple of years to prepare to be the first, one of the first players on the market. And at this moment, the most important challenge is to satisfy the growing number of electric vehicles with the places to recharge. And here when Markus' project could help. Markus?
Yeah, just to add on that, the people have to understand, or they should learn about the production of an electrical car. An electrical car is only 20% of the parts than a combustion engine. Today, all these amazing car manufacturers, they sell you the car twice. If you buy a new car, then you pay the money for the list price, maybe with a discount of 20 or 30%. And then later, across the lifetime circle of the car, they sell you the list price again for the maintenance. So it's like an inkjet printer. Your car is like an inkjet printer. You pay for the service. The whole business model of all these car manufacturing industry is now based on the after sales. They make the money after the sales. And that is the reason why everybody here in that room and everybody who is listening now on social media will see that they will save a lot of money by buying an electric car. For example, if you go now to Nissan, you will get the electrical car in April next year. They are sold out worldwide. There will be a huge pressure, and Igor and me with VoltGo, the hardware manufacturer, and echarge as an operating network, we will manage the infrastructure for that future. And that is the reason why we have an ICO running, and that is the reason why we have the echarge token there. We just invested 3 million euros in VoltGo. So what is our vision? Our vision is to get the e-mobility market leader for charging and discharging. Because a car is no longer a car. It's a battery on wheel. It is like the USB power bank that you have in your pocket to charge your phone when the phone is empty. And you charge the power bank when you are connected to the network. So you can charge the car and you can give from your battery energy back to the grid or back to other vehicles if they have lack of energy. And how to get that? We get that we start the installation of the infrastructure in hotels. In hotels, why hotels? Because in hotels I have a private public place. Everybody finds it, it's public. I don't need special maps or so. Hotel is visible, everybody finds a hotel in big cities and even in small cities. And I have the possibility to sign a contract, a 7 years exclusive contract with the hotel, that we operate the charging station infrastructure. So maybe we have a look on the second video.
ICO investors and electric car owners can finally rest easy. Every day, blockchain businesses use ICOs to raise millions from investors wanting to profit. But how many of those ICOs are based on real businesses solving real problems? Not many. Investing in businesses that fail to solve real problems can put your money at unnecessary risk. Business leaders know that real businesses solve real problems. And that's exactly what we're doing at echarge. There are more electric cars on the road each day, but owners are limited by where they can charge. echarge provides the necessary smart charging infrastructure for the electric car industry to flourish. It works on the principle that it only purchases electricity when it's cheapest and eco-friendly. We install echarge stations at hotels at no cost to hotel owners, so clients can charge cars while they stay. With this offer, we signed exclusive contracts with Hilton, Mercure, Marriott and Sheraton hotels at more than 120 locations in Germany, Austria and Switzerland. We're on track to install 50,000 e-charging stations at 10,000 hotels and to service 10,000 guests through shuttle cars by the end of the year. These deals let us distribute our stations quickly so electric car owners can charge and e-charge investors can profit. We're at the beginning of a steep growth curve in a market with almost limitless global potential. But the echarge ICO ends soon, which means the time to invest is now. Invest in a real business that solves a real problem with global potential. Visit echarge.io and buy tokens now.
Yeah, so sorry for the promotion. It's some videos that we have public on the net. So we solved the problem that today more and more cars will come, but where to charge? And we put that in hotels, in public places, thanks to VoltGo in future on the highways. So that is the thing what we are doing, and maybe you can continue. Igor,
Yeah, I've been attending several events in the last couple of months, and I've been told that there are a lot of charging stations in Europe, especially in Germany. But if you pull an official statistics, you will see that there are only, well, it's like only 12,000 of fast charging devices, and we cannot rely on Tesla superchargers because Tesla is like a private club. So if you own a BMW i3 or a Nissan Leaf, you won't be able to charge your car with a Tesla supercharger. So that's why we're talking about nearly like 9,000 fast charging devices. And Markus, please switch the slide. And if you will compare this number with the number of usual gas stations, it's like 100,000 and 33,000. That's really like a 10 times difference. So there is no market at this moment, and the market can accept new players, and the market demands new players because Yeah, at this point, there will be no such a demand from the side of electric cars owners, like in usual gas cars. But remember our second slide, by year 2020, there will be a lot of electric vehicles on the market. And that's why we should be prepared. So that's it, actually.
So the solution is we provide the hotels, as I mentioned, with charging station infrastructure, fast charger and slow charger. We can charge the cars during the night. At the end, we do parking chargers where the guests can sleep during the charge. So what we have now is we deployed state-of-the-art charging stations, parking charging stations for the night, slow charging or fast charging, thanks to VoltGo. We also provide a fleet of 10,000 EV cars to solve the chicken and the egg problem in our infrastructure and to get break-even with our business plan in 9 months. So we put charging stations in hotels and we add 1 car to the hotel as a guest servicing car. The operating of the cars is in the hotel, in the private owned hotel, countryside hotel by the car owner himself. So we give him a car as a promotion. And in the cities like Warsaw or in Vienna, where we start next week with Uber, with the Uber Green project, where we use the Uber drivers or Lyft, or in different regions of the world there are different types of servicing electrical vehicles, and we add the electric vehicles to that. So just about the business plan, just a few words. As my previous speaker told you, only invest if the ICO has a business plan with financials. So for 5,500 euros, we get the ground exclusively in the hotel for the next 7 years. So the hotel signs with us a 7 years exclusive contract. We bring 5 chargers into the hotel. We pay for the chargers. We pay for the installation of the chargers, and we pay for the electricity. To pay for the electricity, that is more than Tesla is doing. If you go compared to Tesla or other competitors, then they give the charger for free, but the hotel has to take care about the installation and about the electricity. And for example, at the standard rate of electricity, if you put 500 kilometers in a battery, it's something like 20 euros. For the electricity. We get the electricity costs down to 0 or minus prices because we take over capacity from the grid during the night into the cars. For example, in Germany, I pay minus 7 euro cents per kilowatt hour. So I get paid to take energy during the night. And the highest peak price in Germany is +7 if you are as a utility company treated. The hotel will use the car, what we give him as a promotion, and will charge the car at our charging station. He will pay 30 days. Every day the car will be in use because an electric vehicle is an amazing car for the people. The biggest pain is to step out of an electric car and to step in back to a combustion engine. Try it, you will see. So he pays us 30 days, multiply 20 euros. In average, we charge 20 euros for the charge for the night. That means 600 what we get, and we pay to BMW or the other EV companies a lease of 300. So at the end, we make a plus of 300 euros per month, and that is even enough to pay off the debts or the installation of 5,500 in the capex per hotel. So about the features, our standard charger has 22 kilowatt. If we go to the fast charger for the lunchtime and so on in the hotel, we have 50 kilowatt DC. We have communication device. We have the newest OCP 2.0 protocol for the communication to our backend system, and we have an app where you can pay with echarge tokens. That is the reason why we distribute echarge tokens. So about technology, we have the charging station infrastructure, we have the backend system, we have the mobile application, everything is ready. And about VoltGo, Igor, it will be your turn that we say something.
Yeah, actually, so while Markus has connections with the hotels and he's going to install slow chargers at 22 kilowatts, hotels keep asking him about the fast charging devices. Markus and me think that might be hotels want to cover all the clients, as much clients as possible, so that's why they also require fast charging devices. And when we met in Amsterdam, we saw a win-win case here because we're actually a hardware manufacturer and we have our own production line and our own model of fast charging devices. Our current fast charger is like 50 kilowatts. So that's why we decided to partner up with Markus to supply echarge with our hardware devices and we believe this partnership will allow both of our companies scale and grow faster. So that's the idea.
Yeah, we just met Dieter Zetsche from Daimler, the CEO of Daimler, last week at a conference, and he was really impressed about the project. We had a 10-minute talk with him, and he was really impressed about the fast charging device also of Igor, and he definitely arranged now meetings to follow up that, so that could be a nice partnership also with Daimler maybe developed.
So talking about a fast charging device, our fast charger is compatible with any electric car at the moment currently. So it can be Japanese one with the CHAdeMO standard, it can be a European one with a CCS standard, and it also can handle a Tesla. So our charger is it's like a universal soldier for charging of electric vehicles, and this also solves a problem because we think that car manufacturers might abuse their models in case, for example, if you're a BMW and you begin to install charging stations, you will be interested that your charging stations would be compatible with BMW only. So that's why the market requires the independent players to serve all the cars, and it doesn't matter the brand, we can charge everything. So go ahead. Our fast charger is currently at 50 kilowatts power, but we can scale it up to 150 if necessary. But the current models, the current electric cars, there is no need to scale it up to 150. So 50 kilowatt is pretty enough, and you can charge your Nissan Leaf, for example, to 80% of its charge while taking a cup of coffee. And installed in a hotel, we believe that this might serve clients who are just walked in for a dining or to have a lunch or something like that, and they can charge their car pretty fast.
So I talked already about the electricity. We can buy the electricity at exchanges worldwide at minus prices, and during the day the prices are depending. In Dubai, for example, where you have solar, then it is changing. Then during the day the energy is cheaper, and during the night you have to pay more. Now everybody will ask us, we have the last 2 minutes, why you need a token. You just can go to an infrastructure VC fund and collect money. So that is the reason why we have the token. We issued a utility token, 1 billion echarge tokens represent 50% are on sale. And here about our token distribution model, what we are doing, and maybe why now on the blockchain. That is the third video, please.
The blockchain is changing the world. Blockchain fans might ask, as they should with all ICOs, whether the company makes best use of the technology or just uses it to raise money. That's why we created this video to explain how echarge uses the blockchain and why. Currently, there's almost no e-charging infrastructure, so few consumers buy electric cars. But we have deals with Marriott, Sheraton and Hilton hotels that will help us introduce 50,000 charging stations in 10,000 hotels and shuttle car service to 10,000 guests this year. This will let electric car users charge their cars wherever they go. But more than that, with eCharge, an electric car is no longer just a car, it's a battery on wheels. Users pay for their battery charges and get paid for a slightly discharge of their batteries in energy consumption peak time using ECHG tokens on the blockchain. Here's an example. Kevin stays one night at a hotel. and pays 200 ECHG for parking and a full battery charge. Because the car's left to charge all night and electricity prices fluctuate, when prices hit peaks, Kevin can automatically discharge 25% of the power back into the grid at energy consumption peak time, earning 250 ECHG in the process. That means Kevin parked and charged his car free and earned 50 ECHD profit. And that's how electric car users can make money out of their cars and make money with the help of echarge and the blockchain. To invest in the echarge ICO, visit echarge.io now and click Buy Tokens.
Yeah, about the token I talked. Here our list of partnerships. Deutsche Telekom is our implementation partner, and all these partners help us, and that's our contact details. Thank you for your attention, and we have a booth outside where we are the whole day and the whole evening at the party later. Ask us questions now or later, up to you. Thank you for your patience.
You know that in Poland, electricity car, it is new.
Yeah.
And so only one problem is price. You know, you can use this product when the electricity cars will be in for normal user. Yeah? Today it's only from very rich men and for taxi can be, because the price is very high, and this is a problem. Why it's so high when it is very simply?
I tell you,
it's the price of battery. I think.
It is the price is high. If you go to Nissan and you ask for the car, you get a list price of something like 35,000 euros, and even the car dealer just get something like 7% as a margin. So it's a very the price of the car is high, but it is much cheaper than a combustion engine, because if you buy a car with a combustion engine, you have to pay for the service. Not if you buy a used one, I understand, but if you buy a new one, if you operate electrical car in a taxi. We just started now an e-taxi fleet. So I know exactly about the taxi business as well. If you operate a car as a taxi, you just have maintenance costs or cost per kilometer of 0.03. So 10 times less. If you operate it as a combustion engine with 10,000 kilometers a month, then you have 30 cents per kilometer. So over the life cycle, with all the costs that you have, an electric car is, even at these high prices today, very cheap for you. You have just to do the calculation. An electric car lasts you forever. You can drive an electric car for 1 million kilometers. It's not a problem. I have shares in a Tesla rental company in Vienna, where we operate Tesla since 3 years now, with 150,000 kilometers each year at a cost of 3,000 euros total. Only the tires. Because if the renters accelerate with 762 horsepower, then of course you need tires. But buying an electric car, it's similar like the other industry. You remember the times where the people bought the vinyl or then the CD-ROMs, then iTunes came, and now Spotify is. The people will buy what is cheaper for them. And over the lifetime, if you go to your, what car do you have? You don't have any. If you would have a BMW, and you just would go to the BMW maintenance station here in Warsaw, and you ask them, what are the 20 best-selling parts in your maintenance station? And you take that list of 20 parts, and you look at the list. These parts are not in an electrical car. They are not there. They are not there. So an electric car will be cheaper over the lifetime for you as a customer. And the costs of the electric car will go down, because an electric car only has 20% of the parts. The German government did a research that they will lose 80% of the jobs in the car manufacturing industry. That is the reason why the government is pushing 1 billion euros they spent, they invested, they gave it for free in the car manufacturing industry for a software update of the clean diesel. But that is just to save jobs for the next election, that's all. At the end, it is like Spotify. A lot of people are like you have Spotify and don't buy the songs for €1 anymore at iTunes. Yeah? The people will go with the feet and buy what is cheap, and that would be an electric vehicle.
I will add a small remark. If I'm not mistaken, a service interval for Nissan Leaf is 60,000 kilometers. So it's like you need to go to the station like once in 2 years. So comparing to the BMW or Mercedes, when you, to a car with the usual combustion engine, when you need to service your car in like 10,000 kilometers or something like that. So it's like six times different.
There's no chemicals inside. There is no stuff that can break. No so many turning devices and so. Go to a Tesla store. I think in Warsaw is one, and watch. They have an open car. Watch just what is there. What should be broken there? Nothing.